So in this video, I want to share with you guys some ideas, some Battletech ideas with regard to the dice. Things that you're going to see if you're new to the game in battle reports or in battle pictures, and ways to streamline the mechanics of the game and make things a little bit more manageable, not only for you as a player, but also tactically for your opponent. So we've got the 2d6, but occasionally what you'll see in Battletech games is the use of very, very tiny dice. I mean, occasionally you'll see a regular sized d6, but that kind of kills the vibe a little bit with it. And what you'll see with these dice is after a mech moves, based on how many hexes it's traveled and that modifier, you'll place, whether it's a +1, a +2, +3, or +4, right next to the mech or behind the mech. Not only does it show facing, because later you might torso twist, but this means when we move into shooting, that commando and that griffin, well, that's a little fast for a griffin, that griffin's going to know if I shoot at the thunderbolt here, I take into account, did I run or walk, so +1 or +2, how many hexes, okay, we're doing the laser and stuff, so it's medium range, is there any terrain, but finally, how many hexes has this mech, has this machine moved? So being able to place a D6 next to your mech, or maybe on the base, cuts down tremendously. Then the only thing I have to remember on my end is, did my mech stand still? Did it walk? Did it run? Did it jump? It's going to make games where you're tracking 3 or 4 mechs and you're calculating those modifiers on the fly that much easier. So I make sure to bring, with my games, a bunch of these tiny little D6 dice. If you were really kind of crazy, you could get them in different type colors to match up the various houses. I sometimes also have a set of red and green, so this way we can kind of go back and forth and keep the dice on each side. But certainly almost an auto include. Not necessarily to play the game, but streamlines things tremendously. The second thing that you'll see is heat management. I just have the locust out here, not that we have to worry about heat, but I'm pretty sure the odds are good that you're involved in role-playing games and you've got a number of D20s sitting around. And if not, you can just buy a whole bunch, a pack of them ready to go. A lot of Battletech players will use this D20 to track the heat and as you move, and just kind of leave that on there. So rather than kind of mark the sheet up and down, which works, and we've got the fill-in bubbles here, it's sometimes easier to just use a die as the up and down. And of course it only goes to 20, but honestly, if you're pushing more than 20 heat, then you can just kind of mark it, and based on there, you're probably going to blow up anyway, or crazy stuff's going to happen. But also occasionally you'll see a D20 on here and ready to go. I go back and forth. I mean, certainly I have dozens and dozens of D20s with that, and they don't really roll, and it works. But I will say most games, I do just kind of check off and fill in the heat scale, where it's going and what I'm maintaining and what I'm utilizing. But 2 ideas in your game. I would absolutely recommend getting the smaller little dice and trying to keep them as small as possible, so this way you don't kill the immersion of the game. You don't kill the tactics of the game, but it makes calculating those odds, where you are, what you have to do, so much easier.